here is a chance for Thewlis to make the break, and he's got a man motoring on his outside, and he uses him as the foil, and Thewlis will be the man to finish. Sensational try for the man from the fullback.
Dual career is really important. Again, evidence proves that if a player has some balance to their life, a lot of times over the last few years you say, players should have a plan B, but they should have two plan A's. I think alongside playing, if a player can have a dual career, whether it's some education or look at something outside rugby as well, it gives some good balance to their lives as well. And Josh and Jake are perfect role models for any current players playing alongside them and any young players coming through.
Very few, if any, rugby players can just hang the boots up at the end and be done. So I think it's very important that we're doing what we do. We're picking invaluable experience up.
I thought it was important to have something going alongside of rugby. It's not really a long career and anything could happen at any given time. So to have something to fall back on is a bit of stability and keeps you comfortable. Knowing I've got that behind me should I need it.
They're playing every week, sometimes twice a week. They're travelling to France, they're playing international as well. So they've got a lot of excuses not to do a dual career, but they've not done that. They've got that self-determination to make sure that they're looking at things they can do alongside playing.
Since I can remember, my dad's had us coming to work. We've both been young lads, so I think it's natural for us to do it together. And electrics was a trade that interested us both, so which was pretty helpful for us. And so we both decided that we'll get stuck into it together.
Yeah, it's Rugby League Cares come in, and Andy Gilvari, our head of player operations, he's always offering courses up. But I think the driving factor with us doing this electric course is us. We've wanted to do this, we've wanted to get this qualification, and I think that does reflect on the club as well. I think more players do need pushing to do things, and I know it won't just be this club, but the players have got to want to do it too.
Warrington have been outstanding in this area, and they've got a new player care manager in Andy Gilvari, CEO Carl Fitzpatrick and Gary Chambers have really bought into this as well. And the main gatekeeper to the club is Sam Burgess and the coaching staff. And I think when you look at the individuals who were supporting, every player can access education grants. There's some due diligence goes into that as well from a career point of view, and making sure that the qualities and the values stack up to what they want to do. But the buy-in from the clubs has been really important, and I think Warrington's a great example of that.
We're training 4 or 5 hour days, like I said, with days off before, so I think sat at home doing nothing's not going to help any of us. So to have that to do in your spare time keeps you busy away from the game.
Yeah, there's plenty of time to do it. You make time. We get 2 days off a week in the week normally, and it's as I've got older now. Well, when I say older, I'm 24, but when I'm playing more regularly, you've got a decision to make on where your body's at as well. Obviously, electrics isn't for everybody. There's all different courses getting offered to everyone, and that's brought to us by Rugby League Cares.
Best sport in the world. I'm really proud of our players and what they do, and everybody concerned with it, because it's tough. It's tough to be a professional sports person with the pressures that come with it. But as a sport and as a club, and the players that are in our sport, they do an amazing job, and it's something that we can look at as a game, and be really proud of that.